Okay, we're recording. Welcome aboard, Anthony, aboard 7428 Romeo. Today we're going to take off runway 35, head north. We're going to request a Mariner transition, fly across Seattle Tacoma International Airport at whatever altitude they assign us. We can ask, or they can assign us anything between 1,500 and 2,500 feet. Get a good look down there, see what little is going on during the COVID-19 crisis. Then we're going to continue southbound, fly underneath the approach Class Bravo airspace, and then return to Tacoma now. It's about a 54-mile, 33-minute flight. Beautiful. From the time we're in the air. Okay, so we're going to go back to our checklist. All right, before takeoff, tow brakes are set, recording equipment is on, POV cameras on, wing cameras on, seats and seat belts in place. Let's have you go ahead and move your seat back. There's a bar underneath the center, just like a car. Lift it up, move it back. That's good. That will make sure the flight controls stay clear. Trims checking, set neutral, and that is set flight controls checking. Right side, left side. And elevator is free and correct. Directional gyro recheck. Looking at 285 degrees. 85 is set. Artificial horizon is set. Altimeter is set. Fuel quantity recheck. Sufficient and balanced. Primer is and locked. Mixture set to full rich and throttle 1008. Checking right magnetos. And that's a good drop back to both. Left magnetos. Good drop. Back to both. Carb heat check. Slight drop is seen. Oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temperature in the green, and gyro suction gauge in the green. Checking idle. Engine and engine are in the green. Back to 1,000. Fuel pump on and landing light on for takeoff. Fuel pressure recheck. Fuel pressure is good. Radios and avionics set. Setting 118.5. Power. That's SeaTac. That's SeaTac ATIS. Transponder is set to altitude. Verify this connection and see why we're not connected now. Good. Okay. Route. Set. Lights are set. Flaps are set neutral. Cabin door latch tops and bottoms. Window secure. Fuel selector timer is on. Time is noted, and fuel selector is on the fullest. Taxiing to position. So if you record anything you do horizontal. It's always much better when I put the videos together. Okay, so we're taxiing up to the hold short line, and we're going to request clearance for takeoff. Looks like there's a crosswind coming from the right, so we're going to keep that in mind as we take off. Tacoma Tower, Cherokee 7428 Romeo, holding short runway 35 at Alpha 4.
Cherokee 7428 Romeo, Tacoma Tower, north departure approved, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 35 north, departure 28 Romeo.
Tacoma Tower, Baron 17722. We're over the north tip of Catron Island with Juliet for landing.
Baron 17722, Tacoma Tower, right in.
Gonna recheck the directional
Baron
gyro.
722, make a straight in, runway 35 before 4 mile final.
Feet off the brakes, full power.
We'll call you 4 miles out. 122.
Engine instruments are in the green. Power is available for takeoff. Airspeed indicators are live. Looking for VY 75. There's 70 and 75 and off the ground. wide climb, 85. And straight out. Maintaining runway heading. And hold 85 on the airspeed. Sometimes it's a little bumpy down here with the, they call it mechanical turbulence when the wind is kicking off of trees and structures. It should smooth out as we get a little bit higher.
What a view.
Yeah. Be flying over our neighborhood here pretty quick.
King Air 169er Romeo Whiskey, Tacoma ground, runway 35, taxi via Bravo 3.
Our neighborhood will be to the left. There's 1,000.
722, runway 35, cleared to land.
Clear to land 35, we're just 4 miles now, 722.
There's the harbor neighborhood. Be there to the left, to the west.
What speed are we traveling right now?
Right now, over ground 82, airspeed is 85. And our rate of climb is just under 1,000 feet per minute. So here in less than a minute, we'll be at our cruise altitude at 2,000. There's 1,500. We're still in the Class Delta airspace, the airspace for this airport. So we got to stay on their frequency until they give us a frequency change approval or we're out of their airspace either way. There's 1,700, looking for 2,000. There's the Olympics, not a cloud over them. Coming up on cruise altitude.
It feels like it levels out.
Oh yeah, I just did. We're going to be picking up a lot of speed here now that we're leveled out. Okay, cruise checklist. Primer's in and locked, fuel pump off, landing light off. RP in and locked. And trim. Now we're set to the full tank. 6 minutes and we switch tanks. That's Vashon Island, right here. Gonna be switching over now. It looks like, actually I'm still in their airspace, so I better,
Seattle Tower 8 is information Charlie, 22530. Wind 350 at 18. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 14.
Cherokee 28
Dew
Romeo.
point minus 11. Altimeter
2 at Romeo, roger, thanks, good day.
Good day.
ILS and charted visual approach. Runways 34 left and 34 right. Approach in use. Departing runway 34 right. Bird activity vicinity airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information Charlie.
Okay, sorry, you were going to say something. I just wanted to listen to weather at SeaTac.
I was going to say, is this traffic, the boat traffic right now, light compared to?
No, it's, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's normal. I mean, pretty normal. Okay, so we're getting ready pretty quick here to call tower at SeaTac and request the transition. They're going to assign us a discrete squawk code, and I'll enter that, and they'll assign us an altitude, and they'll either clear us or they won't. Thinking the way it is nowadays, they should clear us and probably leave us at 2,000. They may give us a higher altitude. I don't know.
What are we at right now?
2,000. Yeah, that's obviously downtown Seattle, right off the nose.
Right. Looks like, it almost feels like we're just staying still.
Huh?
Kind of like you're just
I know,
hovering, like
I know.
like a ride for...
Yeah. Right now we have a headwind. On the way back, we're going to get a tailwind and be moving a lot faster over ground. Our airspeed right now is 100 and,
Whiskey, you're out for the Bravo.
110. Going back, but our ground speed right now is only 93. Going back, it'll probably be 125, 130 over ground. All right, I want to verify frequency 12095. 12095 is set. Not hearing anything, but it's because there's not a lot going on down there.
Rock 1194, connect park.
God, it doesn't even look real.
I know. A lot of water.
A lot of water.
People don't realize how much water there is around here. That's
Oscar
Mount
930,
Baker at 11 o'clock.
350,
Obviously
19,
Rainier, crystal
Wow.
clear. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
3369 tower, 3 right line point.
What is, how low can you fly?
You can
legally
fly.
here?
You can fly. Pretty much anywhere in the country. You can fly 500 feet above ground level if it's rural. 1,000 feet above ground level if it's populated.
So this would be 1,000 feet.
It could be
here.
500 over Vashon. I mean, well, no, I would do 1,000 just to be safe.
And you said we're at 2,000 right now?
Right now we're at 2,000. That's 2,000 MSL. The
Okay.
rule applies AGL. So 500 above ground level or 1,000, and right now we're about, I don't know, 1,700, 1,800 above ground level. More than enough.
Quite a,
Yeah, I know. It looks like an estate, like some highfalutin muckety muck.
or miniature landing strip.
Yeah. Every now and then you're going to get these bumps. It is what it is. A lot of that has to do with the temperature differentials between the water and the land.
A lot of grass down there.
Yeah.
Gas 3369, run 3 right, 7 takeoff, wind 350 at 20, gas 25.
I'm going to call tower here in a minute.
Rock 930, connect park. Okay. Gas 3420
all
tower,
the
3
snow
right
here
point.
still.
Yeah. Seattle Tower, Cherokee 742 at Romeo, VFR request.
That was 7428 Romeo.
Cherokee 7428 Romeo's Type Piper Cherokee. 8 miles west over Vashon Island level at 2,000. Request Mariner transition west to east.
Cherokee 7428 Romeo, squawk 0350 on ident.
Zero 0350 ident, 28 Romeo.
Gas 3369, connect park.
Constant communication with all the different towers.
Yeah, well, right now we're only talking to him.
Gas 3420, connect park.
Vashon Island.
Yeah, we're at below
Gas
us.
3369, connect park.
I'm listening for him to give us our clearance.
Gas 3420, running 3 right, clear for takeoff, wind 350 at 17, gas 25.
Windy down there.
Gas 3369 tower.
We don't do anything until he clears us. Oh, that's this thing. That's my fuel timer.
Red 2768 tower, 3 right, left wing. Cherokee 28 Romeo, your contact about 7.5 miles to the west, altitude case 1,900. You're clear to cross over airspace to the east. Crossover numbers, runway 34 center at 2,500.
Clear to the Bravo, cross the numbers at 2,500. Cherokee 742 Romeo.
Yeah, altimeter is 3025.
30250 Romeo. So I'm climbing at 2,500. A little bumpy. Nothing to worry about.
Hey, I love the roller coaster feelings.
Yeah. It happens over water and land. You know, you're transitioning constantly between these different thermals rising and.
Red 2768, run 3 right, clear for takeoff, wind 350 at 17, gas 25.
All right, SeaTac dead ahead.
Gas 3420, connect departure. 6.
a good way to show property.
Yeah.
I'm blown away about the water.
Most people are surprised by that.
That's Fashion Islands.
No, we're
Alaska
behind
26
us.
tower, runway 34, right, clear for takeoff,
This is
1360
Seattle
at
Tacoma
18,
International.
26.
Seattle doesn't even look that big right now.
No.
Extremely smooth.
Right now it is.
For the 2768, count departure.
So we're level at 2,500. That's our assigned altitude. GPS indicating 2,494. Airspeed 115. Doing 117 over ground. So there's 3 runways all parallel. We're going to be crossing the numbers of the center runway. And as soon as we cross them, we're going to turn southeast.
We got wind going this way now.
The wind's coming from the north. It's trying to push us that way.
Horizon 2086, runway 34 at lap away.
What a view.
There's a guy taking off. I have to keep this crab angle because the wind's trying to push us that way.
Horizon 2086, runway 34 at clear for takeoff, 1340 at 16, gust 26. Alaska 26, count departure.
Two more getting ready to take off.
Busier than it was the other day when I crossed here. There's one airplane moving down there. He's going to have us turn southeast toward Kent here in a minute. Look at that guy.
What airport is this?
Seattle Tacoma International, SeaTac.
Doesn't look very good.
Horizon 2086, turn right heading 020. Horizon 2083, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff, 1330 at 18, gust 26. Horizon 2086, count departure. Cherokee 28 Romeo, started descent below 2,000.
Descend below 2,000 to it, Romeo.
So he requested 2,000 or you?
He said he wants me to descend below 2,000. That'll get me out of his Class Bravo airspace. Sooner rather than later. Now he'll say,
Cherokee 28 Romeo, you're outside the Bravo airspace. You can squawk VFR, your service is terminated via free change proof.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved for turret Romeo. Thanks for your help.
Today.
coming.
Maybe a crazy question. Hearing impaired people that are...
Southwest 8501 tower, and 348, clear for takeoff.
What's that?
I'm sorry. If somebody's hearing impaired, they're still allowed to fly, right?
No.
Oh,
Here's
they,
one Tango
well,
Charlie, frequency change through.
They have to be hearing tested and meet the threshold. And you know, if they meet the threshold, then yeah, they can fly. But well, it depends on what class of license and how old you are. But in my case, every 2 years I have to be pass a flight physical by an aviation medical examiner, and they give you hearing tests, eye tests, all that stuff. Ask you about medications.
So somebody that's deaf can't fly?
No.
So there's not computer generated?
No, can't fly. No. No, you need to be able to hear air traffic control and talk to air traffic control. We're going to be passing over an airport here, Auburn Municipal.
Really?
You can see it right there, the runway. See that little grass, that
Yes.
rectangle? That's the runway there.
Wow.
That's Auburn Municipal. So the fuel tanks, obviously there's one on each wing, so I switch between tanks every half hour.
So keep it
About 4
level?
gallons in a half hour about 4 gallons every half hour. And I try to just keep it balanced. And so I set the timer. That's what that timer beeper was that went off, is all it was. All right, so now I'm back on to Tacoma Tower. That's the next guy I'm going to be talking to. I wouldn't want to fly around Rainier today. It's really bumpy, yeah. So the Tacoma Dome, you can see off in the distance. We're going to be flying right over that here in a few minutes. Now I can see air traffic on here, on this. It'll give its altitude, direction of flight, tail number, and speed.
So it'll look like an FAA
It'll look like a little green dot with an arrow showing the direction of flight. And it'll give me a warning if it's close. It'll say, warning, traffic, 2 o'clock, 800 feet below.
What's close? Like 3.9 million?
I want to say, I don't remember what the threshold is for this. I want to say within 5 nautical miles it turns yellow. And then if it's within 1 nautical mile it turns red. You know, and so, safety thing. Okay, so the bottom of the Class Bravo shelf is 1,800, goes all up to 10,000. We're going to fly right through it. Now that we're past the airport, I don't see any traffic, air traffic, so we're going to fly right through, right underneath that shelf. Now listen to ATIS.
7, altimeter 3026. Expect RNAV GPS approach runway 35 in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
Still Juliet. So you see SeaTac right there. You know, you might see airplanes coming in above us. I don't see any of my ADSB. There's one. Let's see. No. Yeah, he might be. Might be coming in. Out there. I'm going to keep it at this altitude the rest of the way. We're going to be flying to the Tacoma Dome and then right over the Narrows Bridge. That's what it looks like. See that little green guy?
Yeah.
That guy is at our altitude, and it shows his heading. Not a factor because he'll be behind us. But
how do you know he's at our altitude?
0.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
say a plus number or a minus number or a 0.
Up or down?
Up or down.
Minus,
Add 2 zeros. So he's at our altitude right now. So we're doing 120 over ground, 108 indicated, which means we have a tailwind pushing us a little bit.
No traffic at all on the roads.
Yeah. Well, it's Easter Sunday. I don't know. Is it normal? I don't know what it would normally look like. So I'm going to call tower when we're 10 miles out.
so much to look at up here.
Yeah. A lot going on down there. Side 5.
Oh, there's a water park.
That's the Wild Waves, right? Isn't that what it's
Yeah.
called? Yeah.
Doesn't look very big from up here.
No. Everything looks small from up
Yes.
here. Even SeaTac didn't look big, right?
I know. I didn't realize
That's
it.
it. That's an international class Bravo airport with like 3 airplanes moving around down there. Tacoma Tower, Cherokee 7428 Romeo 10 East, landing with Juliet.
Cherokee 7428 Romeo, Tacoma Tower, ident.
Ident 28 Romeo.
Cherokee 28 Romeo, enter right midfield downwind for runway 35.
Right midfield downwind for runway 35, 28 Romeo. That's McCord Air Force Base. Their runways are right there. This is their airspace. They have Gray Army Field just beyond that.
So is this like restricted area?
No, I go through that, but you got to talk to the tower before you go through it.
And that's a military tower?
Yeah.
Different than...
Yeah, it's a military tower, but you can clear through their airspace pretty much any time you want to. You obviously can't land there. Unless it's an emergency, you can land there then. Tacoma Dome, 12 o'clock.
Everything shut down here?
Well, it's Easter Sunday. I mean,
Oh, that's right. It's
Yeah.
Easter. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yes.
no, there's stuff going on down there during the week.
Little cargo containers look like little blocks.
Yeah. Like little Legos.
Yes.
See what the wind's doing. You always look at smoke down there.
Tacoma Tower, good afternoon. It's Comanche 8974 Papa over then strongly Delta to the south inbound full stop Juliet.
Comanche 8974 Papa, Tacoma Tower, ident, and make straight in runway 35 report 4 mile final.
74 Papa will report 4 mile final for
But now
runway
that
35.
Tacoma Narrows Bridge is at 12 o'clock, you see the towers. They'll fly right over that. There's the dome.
Definitely easier by plane than by car.
Yeah. Except a car you can just pull over anywhere. Here, you got to land in an airport. It's not always where you want it to be. But that's what Uber's for, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's downtown Tacoma, the waterfront area.
I mean, it looks like it all has to be, you know, 75% of it has to be rebuilt.
It's got a lot of potential.
A couple of huge jobs going on right there.
Right, I'm going to get the airplane slowed down a little bit here. Getting ready for the approach. Trim for that. We're set to the fullest tank. Got our fuel pump and landing glider on. Picture set full rich. And we're going to descend
Cherokee 28 Romeo, proceed direct to the right base for runway 35.
direct to right base for 3528 Romeo. That's the runway. So he gave me some different instructions now, so I'm going to follow those. His initial entry instructions were to enter midfield and parallel the runway toward the south. Now he said he wants us to fly out over the water on a right base and then turn to the runway.
Cherokee 28 Romeo, if you could make a right 360, you'll be number 2 to follow the Comanche.
Right 360, number 2 behind the Comanche, 28 Romeo.
Comanche 74 Papa, runway 35, clear to land.
Clear to land, 35, don't put Papa, thank you.
But now I have to make a 360.
Tacoma Tower 0311, Tango Charlie's 7 miles to the west, inbound to land with Juliet.
Sirius 311 Tango Charlie, Tacoma Tower, enter a left midfield downwind for runway 35.
Midfield downwind for 351, Tango
He
Charlie.
should have left us on our midfield entry. It would have been a lot more efficient than what we're doing now. I see that guy coming in, he's right there.
Tacoma Tower 311, Tango Charlie with you. Could we just get a left base for 35?
Sirius 1 Tango Charlie negative.
1 Tango Charlie.
Give you a little more sightseeing.
Yeah. Nice looking golf course.
Cherokee 28 Romeo, number 2 to follow the Comanche, 3.5 mile final runway 35, clear to land.
Number 2 behind the Comanche, clear to land runway 35. We're looking for traffic, 28 Romeo.
Tacoma Tower, Stanley 3125, Quebec on the RNAV to 35, about 10 miles out to 35.
That's the
Skyline
Comanche.
3125 Quebec, Tacoma Tower, continue approach.
25 Quebec, continue.
Tacoma Tower 28 Romeo has the traffic.
Cherokee 28 Romeo, roger.
We're going in behind that guy.
The weather, it's, I mean, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. That is. We're going to keep him in sight. That's the guy we're going to go behind. Got him in sight?
Yep, the one over here.
Yeah. All right, so we're turning on our right base.
Are you following the same line that he went in on?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Sirius 1 Tango Charlie, number 3 to follow Cherokee 3 mile final runway 35, traffic here inside of Cessna 8 mile final.
1 Tango Charlie, number 3. Tacoma Tower, Satabria 481 Alpha Charlie. We're a mile east of the Purdy Bridge with Juliet for landing.
Satabria 481 Alpha Charlie, Tacoma Tower, enter a left midfield downwind runway 35.
I'll give you a left midfield downwind for 35, 481 Alpha Charlie.
Sirius 1 Tango Charlie, your traffic to follow is passing off your left wing, runway 35, and clear to land.
We're inside, clear to land, 130 Charlie.
November 25, Quebec, confirm your full stop.
25, Quebec, affirmative.
November 25, Quebec, roger. You are number 3 to follow is Sirius, who's turning a left base about 2.5 miles ahead of you, runway 35, and clear to land.
25, Quebec, number 3, clear to land, 35.
Lights turning to
Command
white.
74, Papa, taxi
You want
to
2
Park,
red,
Alpha
2
Bravo
white.
3, monitor ground point 8.
You'll see 2 red come up here in a minute. But I
2
can-
reds clear you?
2 red, 2 white
Oh.
means you're on glide slope. So I'm already cleared. Power cleared me. All right, airspeed's looking good. Rate of descent is looking good. Engine instruments are in the green. We're set 20 degrees flaps. We'll add our final notch here in a minute. Airspeed looking good. 85. Pitch for speed. 5.
Wind 040 at 10, gust 17.
Adding a little bit of power. See the crab angle? So we have a wind coming from the right.
Yeah, you're like,
Final notch is added. Keep a little airspeed in for the gust factor.
smooth landing.
Cherokee 28 Romeo, taxi to Park, Alpha Bravo 4, monitor ground, point 8.
Alpha Bravo 4 to parking and over to ground 2 at Romeo.
Skyline 25, Quebec, squawk VFR. Sirius 1 Tango Charlie, taxi to Park, Alpha Bravo 3 or 4, monitor ground, point 8. Satabria 1 Alpha Charlie, you're number 2 to follow, Cessna 2 mile final runway 35, and clear to land.
Yeah, you can see that crosswind. That's why that crab angle. And then at the last minute, I had to kick left rudder to align the airplane with the runway. You know this already, but I'm steering with my feet, not the control wheel. All power off.
So you do a flight checkoff also when you're done?
Yeah, there's a shutdown checklist. Okay, well that concludes our flight. Hopefully thumbs up on the...
It was 100% thumbs up.
Cool. All right, I'm going to shut down the recording then, and the airplane.